What's up, everybody? I'm Sly The Movie Guy, and here's my movie review of The Predator, the fourth film of the franchise, and this one's directed by Shane Black, the director of Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, Nice Guys, and Iron Man 3, and this film stars Boyd Holbrook, Olivia Munn, Keegan-Michael, Sterling K. Brown, and the rest of the other cast and crew. And in this film, when a young boy accidentally triggers the universe's most lethal hunters return to Earth, only a ragtag crew of ex-soldiers and an evolutionary biologist can prevent the end of the human race. I'm a big fan of the first Predator movie that came out in 1987. It's one of my favorite 80s action movies, directed by John McTiernan. The sequels, the second one I still found some enjoyment out of it. The third one, a little bit, but not much. But I still don't think both of them is better than the first movie. So I was really looking forward to the fourth one, because this one's directed by Shane Black. I like the style of his directing and the humor he adds in his films. I think he's a very talented director. So I was really looking forward to what he's going to bring to this new Predator movie. I left out the movie theater disappointed. I know you probably was looking for me saying it's the best movie, but I wanted to like this movie. There's so much wrong with this movie. I wish that everything was so good in it, but it was just, let me mention the storyline, the tone, and everything in this movie. Storyline, I was getting to the storyline, how it was going. The first act, I was kind of like really trying to get into it to see how this movie, how they're going to do the Predator here. And I was seeing a little couple of things, like it was a little bit getting interested the first 10 minutes. But then later on, as like the second, in the middle of the film, where we learning different things, where the characters, like the boy that triggered one of the Predator weapons in the middle of the film, I was getting to want to know more about how the Predator is going to be in this film. And when they was showing the kid triggering the weapons, it all of a sudden cuts back to other scenes where the soldiers and stuff, and the storyline is just all over the place, and it just kind of left me unfocused to figure out the storyline of what's going on. I get the plot of what's going on, like with the kids and stuff, because I mentioned on my synopsis, but as I was watching the movie, there's just some scenes that was there that I was just trying to grab hold and soak into it, but it just kept fading back to other things, and I was just like, okay, I just want to know a little bit about the scene. And some scenes I just felt like was just structured very wrong in this film, and that was really disappointing for me. Let me mention characters. There are some characters I can say I was relating to, like Boyd Holbrook. I was really trying to be interested in his character. I found his character a little bit interesting, but it wasn't enough to make me grab hold of. And other characters I wanted to grab hold of, but it goes on with other characters that I want to relate to. One of the things I liked about the Predator movie, the one that John McTiernan directed, is you grab hold of those characters like Arnold Schwarzenegger's character, Carl Weathers, then the actor named Duke in that movie. I grabbed hold of those characters because the first act of that movie really made you care for those characters. You kind of learned them in the beginning of the film, and other characters, you actually care for them. Here, the characters are a bit goofy, which I expected. You like a little bit of characters with a little humor, but the movie just becomes overly goofy at times, and I wanted to see it. And certain parts I wanted to see the goofiness. Like some parts were really good that had the humor and stuff with Keegan-Michael. And Keegan-Michael, I liked him as a comedian actor anyways. I like some of the humor he added in the film, so that was really good. I actually laughed at a couple parts. Like I said, the humor was really funny here. But it just, when the Predator comes in this film, it just then takes itself serious at some parts. That's where the John McTiernan things balanced that one out very well. Is you got a little bit of the humor, but when it was time when the Predator came and they were getting hunted by it, they was actually show fear and depth, and that movie had so much depth in that. But here it just I didn't feel that, and I was just like wanting to feel the suspense and horror out of it, and it just became too silly, and it took me out of the movie, and I I'm a big Predator fan. I want to see some suspense and scariness to it. There's some scenes that do show up with Olivia Munn. So Olivia Munn's character do show that a little bit in this film, but I wanted to see that more in this film, and that was one of the letdowns in this film. And that was one of the tones I felt like they should have nailed, because the tone here, I just didn't get invested. I just wanted to be invested in the tone. And that's one of the things that was just, I wanted to see a little bit serious where the Predator and stuff, and I just was vastly disappointed. Let me get into the costume design of Predator. That's one of the redeeming qualities. The Predator looks great. It's not like a CGI fest of a Predator. It still felt the same Predator that we've seen in the previous film, so I was very happy with that part, because I thought, you know how much CGI they like to use with creatures, so I was like, please no. I was just like, okay. But one of the things I wanted to see out of the Predator was a lot more scenes with him. It's kind of like some of the scenes he's not in as much, so I wanted to see a couple scenes where he was more in it, but that's just one of the things I would just like say. Let me talk about action. Action here is fun and all. There's some action scenes to enjoy here, but I wanted to see I just wanted to see some intense, more like tense things where I want to see where I can feel it. Like, I'm like, that hit me here. Like, I feel like goosebump chills down my spine. There's some scenes, but since the movie was already a bit silly, I just did not grab hold of when characters died. I just didn't feel nothing. John McTiernan's version, I felt that so much, and I miss where movies can just hit me right in the chest and give me chills down my spine. I was looking for that in this movie. I was like, please, please. And it just didn't. I know I ranted so much. Like I said, I mentioned some of the positive, Keegan-Michael Key's character and stuff. I mentioned some of the good parts, what Olivia Munn's character did, but like I said, this movie, I wanted to see a better Predator movie. I guess I didn't, and if you enjoyed it, that's fine. You're not at guilt for enjoying the movie. For me, I just didn't enjoy it. And if you haven't seen the film, and if you see my review and you go and see it, you probably feel the same pain I feel about the movie. Overall, I don't think this is a movie to check out, but if you really were looking forward to it, go check it out. Don't let my review stop you from seeing this movie. If you had high anticipation for it, go check it out if you want to. But if you was really looking forward to it and you saw my review and you having little doubts about it, just don't check it out. I do not recommend this movie. I'm going to give The Predator a solid D. I was really disappointed with this movie. I thought Shane Black could have made a great movie. Probably the writing was just bad here. I don't know. I wanted to like this movie. I wanted this to be like the greatest movie of 2018, but I guess it's not. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comment section down below what you think about this movie. Did you like it or not? Let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know. I would love to know your thoughts and opinions. And what is your favorite Predator movie? Like I said, 1987 is one of my favorites. Just let me know. Comment section. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, click thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, click subscribe and the bell button for updates. That's how I can see you next time on Sly the Movie Guy. Peace.